There is a new summer character coming to My Hero Ultra Impact, and no, it's not a male character this time around either. It is not Present Mike in a Speedo, unfortunately. Would love to see that in the game. That'd be crazy, right? But it is going to be a villain this time around. It is going to be Toga, and honestly, character design looks immaculate. I have yet to see her Plus Ultra animation. I have yet to go over her kit, so at the end of this video, we'll go over her kit together. We'll go over the Plus Ultra animation, and I will let you guys know what I think of both of those, as well as the UR memory that is coming out with her. But before we get into any of that information regarding the new character, I do want to really quickly go over the login bonuses and gifts coming to your gift box. So login bonus coming up, this is actually starting today on July 30th and goes until August 13th. So if you log in for 7 days between now and August 13th, you can get the following rewards. And this was already gone over in the previous video, but just a quick recap. Day 1 is going to be a top hero device. Day 2 is going to be 50 stamina. Day 3 is going to be 30 hero gems. Day 4 is going to be 100 stamina. Day 5 is going to be a super gadget. Day 6 is going to be 100 stamina. And day 7 is going to be another 70 hero gems. So make sure you're logging in between now and August 13th to get those free rewards, specifically the hero gems, because of course those are always nice. Now, as for the gift box items, we are going to be getting 50 hero gems starting today if you log in as a thank you for cooperating with maintenance, the maintenance that just occurred, right? So make sure you log in to get that 50 hero gems. And then for rate up campaigns, this data mine, data download, whatever you want to call it, actually didn't have as much information as normal. Normally we have like these rate up campaigns listed out for like a month ahead of time. Right now it's only showing until the 6th of August through the 8th. So who knows what could be coming for the month of August, honestly. I feel like this was one of the smallest data mines or data downloads that we've seen in a while, which is kind of crazy. But we do know some of the immediate stuff coming up, right? So like we have main quest, normal and hard ×3 coming up on August 2nd through the 3rd. That is the only main quest rate up we know of as of right now. So I highly recommend you take advantage of it and you get your character ability boards upgraded. Now it's not as good as a ×5, but ×3 is still better than nothing, of course, and Toga will be out at that point. So you want to take advantage of these to get your character ability boards to board 13 specifically for Toga if you are a free-to-play player or a light spender, because that does take a lot of stamina and a lot of resources. So please take advantage of that. Now beyond that, we do have a new event for Toga, and interestingly enough, I guess case files don't count as a event, so it doesn't show up here, which is kind of weird. I think it would make sense for it to. I don't know, Hydros, if you happen to see this, maybe you could add it in there, or maybe you don't want it to for some reason. I think it would make sense to have case files show up, but they're like a permanent fixture in the game, so I guess it doesn't count as an event because it doesn't last forever. But if you were just looking at this page, right, and you came to the My Hero UI database, you wouldn't know there was a new case file in the game. But logging into the game, obviously you'd probably find that out. There is a new case file in the game after all that rambling, and so that case file is going to be the new case to solve in the case file, special case file 3 UA hero battle case. Get amazing rewards, so you'll be able to get SR Yayurozu and SR Mirio and some outfits as well. There's of course always some hero gems available for these case files, so that is available right now in the game if you guys want to log in and take those on. Remember, you get 1 free refresh per day on your tries. Do not waste hero gems refreshing, please, for the love of everything. And additionally, they are adding a new background into the game. They're adding this background right here. As for how you get it, no clue. It did not look like it was on Toga's banner for Pity, like Endeavor had a map or a background for Pity. I wish they would just put a background on every banner for Pity from now on. Like, that'd be amazing. But it does not seem like that, so maybe a mission or something like that. We'll have to see how you can actually obtain this background, or if it's obtainable at all. We actually have quite a few background assets in the game that are not available to people, so hard to say on that for sure. And then of course we have the banners coming up. So like I said, not a whole lot of new information on this. All these banners are already known about, right? The only new banner information we have is on Toga's banner, which is going to be a step up banner. There's also going to be a normal banner. Pity carries over between both, and that's going to go from August 1st until August 15th, at which point August 15th we have no clue what's coming out after that, or if there's going to be another banner in between the 1st of August and the 15th. That could be like another Impact Fest banner. Who knows? So with all of that finally out of the way, let's get into the new memories and the character coming out for this banner. So here's the banner, just to show you the step up and to show you Pity really quickly. Once again, August 1st through August 15th. There is no beach background there. I wish there was for Pity, but it doesn't show it here at least, so I don't think it's going to be there. But here's the new SR summonable memory, the new UR summonable memory, and the character. It is a green Toga. The new event memory is going to be called Game All Day. This comes out alongside the banner, and this particular memory right here, like, look at the art, man. The art team is always killing it. I'm telling you, the art always looks good. Increases character's max HP by 25% and reduces bleeding damage to character by 30%. After 2 turns pass while character is bleeding, restores HP of all allies by 10% up to 3 times. Honestly, I have no clue where you're ever going to use this memory. Like, you're realistically probably not, unless there's like some sort of bleeding stage that they add in the future. You know, new content that I've been praying for years. I don't know. We'll see if they ever do something like that. But as of right now, literally like no purpose in this memory. In my opinion, there's going to be better memories for things. So art looks cool. Not really a super great memory, but if you're a collector, you know, you'll be collecting it from the event because it is free. And then we have the new summonable SR memory, Clink Your Glass. Every 3 turns reduces character's cooldown time by 1 up to 2 times. Like, that's pretty good for an SR memory. Decreases defense of all opponents by 15% for 2 turns when character receives cooldown time reduction 2 times up to 4 times. This is the part that's crazy. This is really good. This could be a game changer. This could be one of the best SR memories in a while. Like, you can reduce their defense up to 4 times. I can see this potentially being like a secretly very good memory in Club Festival. Just to tell you now, I can see it being that way. Defense down is very big in Club Festival and can be very helpful. So I can see that being really good in Club Festival. And then increases character's power by 15% for 3 turns when character receives cooldown time reduction 2 times up to 4 times. So yeah, like straight up, you're probably going to want to get a copy of this, 2 copies of this memory. Keep 2 copies, separate minimum, and then work on DXing those 2 copies. Like, this is one of the best SR summonable memories I've seen in a minute. Granted, I have no idea if it will actually pan out to be that good in Club Festival in the future, because it'll probably be a while before we see a Club Festival, but this seems like the type of memory that would be very, very good in Club Festival, you know, because it's going to do that AoE defense down by 15% for 2 turns, and you can do it up to 4 times, and all you need is cooldown time reduction, which you can receive from like multiple characters and memories in the game. Very easy to achieve. So I see this being potentially a very, very good SR memory. Like, this might be better than the UR memory. Like, honestly, it's actually crazy. So I highly recommend you keep at least 2 copies of this if you're able to pull it, and then work on DXing both copies, because it could be a game changer in Club Festival potentially. I don't know if you'll really have the ability to run 2 of these at the same time in Club Festival, but imagine you could, right? And you get cooldown time reduction having 2 of these memories on your characters, or maybe you can run 3 at a time. Look at how much defense down that could be. Like 30% in a turn if you run 2 of these at a time, right? That's actually insane to think about. Like, this memory could be more broken than you think. That's all I'm saying. Next up, we have the new UR memory, the Sea and its Delicacies. Increases character's max HP by 35%. Decreases speed of all opponents by 15% when character is bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty is the new ability where if somebody is bleeding, they take more damage, I believe, when you attack them, if I remember right. I did read that on the Discord data mine page. But decreasing speed of all opponents by 15% is pretty good. That's helpful. That's going to give you an advantage in Ultra Arena especially. And then gives character the ability to use 2 normal attacks for 2 turns after character attacks opponents 2 times while bloodthirsty. Okay, so she'll get 2 normal attacks. That's pretty good. This memory is obviously designed for Toga, it seems like, with the bloodthirsty and the 2 normal attacks. Increases max HP of all allies by 10% for 2 turns after character attacks opponents 3 times while bloodthirsty. Okay, and increases plus ultra gauge of all allies by 20% after character attacks opponents 4 times while bloodthirsty. There's a lot going on in this memory. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. One thing I will say is it doesn't have any speed up, which is fine because it has speed down in place of it, but it's only a 15% speed down, so I don't know how effective that's really going to be. And then giving allies max HP and plus Ultra Gauge is good, but it has the requirement of attacking opponents 3 times and 4 times. I guess if you're doing 2 normal attacks, it's a little bit easier to achieve that. So, but it seems like a memory that's not really going to kick in until after this part goes. Gives character the ability to use 2 normal attacks for 2 turns after character attacks opponents 2 times while bloodthirsty. So I think you have to achieve that first. Well, actually, you could probably achieve that with the action skill and the normal attack, right? So I guess it's probably not going to be, it might actually be better than I'm thinking it's going to be. I don't know. We'll have to see. It could potentially be very good, but there's just a lot going on there, so it's hard to say for sure. Looking at the art though, like, guys, you can't tell me any of these arts have been bad. None of these arts are bad, man. Every single one of these memory arts looks absolutely insane. I am loving it. I'm loving the villain theme. This is what we wanted for a long time, right? I would love to see, dude, can we just get Spinner in the game? Please, like, if this was the summer character, I probably would be happier with that because it's a new character and a summer character. Who knows? Maybe they'll drop Spinner this year. Highly doubt it, but you never know. Have to put that idea in your head though, because I feel like there's more people than just me that want that. All right, so Seaside Escape, Himika Toga. Here are her arts. Honestly, I kind of like the Unawakened art better than the Awakened art. Like, that's actually kind of sick. That's kind of dope. All right, let's take a look at her kit. Her plus ultra skill, Beach Slash, deals 650% damage to a single opponent, so it is a single target. Increases cooldown time by 1 for 2 turns. That is the opponent's cooldown, because if it was our own cooldown that it was increasing, it would say increases character's cooldown time by 1 for 2 turns. So it increases the opponent's, I don't know why it doesn't say opponents right there, it'd make more sense. Increases up, I believe that's how it works. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Increases opponent's cooldown time by 1 for 2 turns. Only available in Arena and Club Festival, and high chance 70% of causing the opponent to bleed for 3 turns. Reduces character's own cooldown time by 2 on the plus ultra. Okay? Reducing her own cooldown time by 2 is good, but I'm looking at this 8 turns right here. Is the other one also, the other one's also 8 turns? So that brings it down to 6 turn cooldowns. Oof. Okay. Did the memory have anything for cooldowns? It did not address anything with cooldowns. Okay, so hopefully her auto skills have something for cooldowns. But still, 6 turn cooldowns is what we're looking at. All right, interesting. We'll take a look at the rest of these. Action skill 1, Knife Carnival. Restores character's HP by 100% relative to the damage dealt for 1 turn when character is bloodthirsty. All right, good. That's a lot of HP recovery if you're doing damage, but if you're not doing damage, say they have evasion or barriers, this all of a sudden becomes useful, or sorry, not useful, useless. So keep that in mind, unless she has Bullseye down below. If she has Bullseye, then I guess evasion wouldn't matter. The only thing that would really stop you would be barriers, but we'll see. Deals 300% damage to all opponents and decreases defense by 20% for 3 turns with a medium chance 40% of making the opponents bleed for 3 turns. Okay, so there's an AoE, that's good. AoE defense decrease is even better, and then also a status element as well. Like, that's a technical hit, that's a status element, that's AoE damage, that's really good. Like, if VE Tower was still a thing, like it is every once in a while, but it's just not there all the time, this would be a really good character for VE Tower, just looking at this, right? But still, nonetheless, this stuff is actually pretty useful in Ultra Arena because, you know, bleeding is good, gives you extra damage whenever they attack, they take damage. The defense down is actually huge. 20% on all opponents is big, because if you use Toga to attack before someone else who has an AoE and that AoE does like massive damage, it can work very, very well. Her action skill 2, Let Me Stab You. Restores character's HP by 100% relative to the damage dealt for 1 turn when character is bloodthirsty. So same thing as the previous skill, right? Deals 400% damage to a single opponent, so this one is single target, with a medium chance 40% of blocking the recovery for 2 turns. Recovery block is good. I wish it was a higher chance than a medium chance. I haven't seen it be all that useful on the characters that currently have recovery block, which are other Togas, but we'll see. Maybe this Toga will be different. Increases the cooldown time of a single opponent that is bleeding by 1. Why does it say percent? By 1%, by 1 for 2 turns, okay? Increasing the cooldown time of a single opponent on an action skill as well as a plus ultra is pretty good. See, this one says opponent though. Why does the other one up here for the plus ultra not say increases cooldown time of opponent? I swear that has to be opponent. There's no way you're increasing your own cooldown time with the plus ultra and then reducing your cooldown time at the same time. There's no freaking way they did that. Okay, so it literally has, both of them have to be for opponent. Increases the cooldown time of a single opponent that is bleeding by 1 for 2 turns. Only available in Arena and Club Festival. Additionally, restores character's HP by 15% if the opponent has HP decay. So she is designed to work with some form of Shigaraki who's going to have HP decay. So we could be looking at, you know, steampunk Shigaraki to run with her potentially is like what they're trying to hint at, it seems like. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that additional effect is like necessary. It's just a nice little bonus. Like, hey, if you run Shigaraki with Toga, you'll get an extra 15% healing. But she's already restoring HP by damage dealt, so I'm not too worried about that part. And then her auto skill 1, blood consumption, gives character enhance. That's interesting because she didn't have any enhancement skills on any. Okay, I thought this is actually going to be a character without enhance for a second. But no, they're keeping the enhancement. It just looks like we're not getting any additional effects on the actual action skills, unless they just weren't listed separately up here for some reason, but I'm pretty sure there's no additional effects. So it gives character enhance when these 2 conditions are met at the end of a turn, after 3 turns pass while character is bloodthirsty, after 3 turns pass from the start of battle. And then that's it for the enhancement. Okay, makes character bloodthirsty when HP is 50% or higher. Okay, so literally from the start of battle, we're bloodthirsty, which is easy to achieve. So we just need to make 3 turns without dropping below 50% health, and 3 turns from the start of battle. Like, that's easy. Okay, that's very easy to achieve. So we can get enhanced just like that, and then we get enhancement effects on our auto skills. Okay, I see. Reduces character's cooldown time by 1 after 1 turn passes while character is bloodthirsty. Okay, so basically every turn we're going to be getting cooldown time reduction by 1. So if we get cooldown time reduction by 1 on turn 1 and turn 2, right, that brings it down to a 4-turn cooldown by the time you do your plus ultra, if I'm understanding that right, because plus ultra brings it down by 2. This will bring it down by 2 more, so that brings you down to a 4-turn cooldown as long as you stay above 50% health. And then reduces character's cooldown time by 1 when an opponent receives cooldown time extension. Actually, it brings it down to a 3-turn cooldown if you use your skill 2, because your skill 2 gives them a cooldown time extension. And it doesn't even say necessarily that she has to do the cooldown time extension. So if I'm understanding that right, if someone else does cooldown time extension or memory or something like that, it will reduce her cooldown as well. So she could actually have really low cooldowns, even though it shows 8-turn cooldowns. That could be actually really, really good. It's hard to say though. Restores HP of all allies by 10% relative to the damage dealt for 2 turns when an opponent receives cooldown time extension 2 times. Okay, so a little bit of support in there. How reliable is it going to be to give them cooldown time extension 2 times over and over again though? I guess if you're running a cooldown time extension team, it could be possible. There is a team, you could run a team like that. I don't know, that'd be interesting. Just constantly restoring HP of allies, that could be better than I think. I don't know, man. It's one of those, this is definitely one of those characters, I'm going to tell you right now, until we get her in the game and try her on these different types of teams, we're not going to know how good she is. She looks like she has a lot of potential, like, I mean, a lot of potential to be very good. But by that same token, like, she could be really bad. I think she's going to be a lot better at level 130 because she's going to have more HP to stay above that 50% health threshold to be bloodthirsty. But at level 100, if she can't stay above 50% HP easily, then the whole character is like kind of dookie, right? So we'll have to see in game how she plays out. Enhancement bonus effects: reduces character's cooldown time by 1 when used in character successfully executed skill chain. Dude, she's going to have such low cooldowns. That's actually, okay. The 8-turn cooldown scared me, but now I'm thinking they need to be higher. Okay. Her action skill 2, Bloody Knife, gives all allies the ability to nullify status ailments for one turn up to 1 time. Let's go. Yes, finally a villain that has something good. Okay, this is looking better and better. This buff cannot be cancelled or blocked. Gives character immunity to confusion while bloodthirsty. That's good. I mean, I guess the new present Mike with his AoE confusion can be annoying, but like other than that, like meh. Increases normal attack skill impact of all allies by 10% for 2 turns when character receives cooldown time reduction 1 time. So there's quite a bit of support in here, like little amounts of support, like 10% isn't a lot, but still, for a character that seems like she's going to do a decent amount of damage, she's doing a bit of support as well. Increases character's power by 10% for 3 turns when character receives cooldown time reduction 2 times, okay? And then gives all allies the ability to nullify 2 status elements when character receives cooldown time reduction 3 times, which, as we've seen with her skills up above, very easy to achieve. You can also run memories that give cooldown time reduction as well. So she's going to be able to be a huge support for nullifying status elements. I think actually literally this one line right here, this one singular line makes her very good. I'm calling it now. I'm gonna say she's good. I think she's gonna be very good. I think she's gonna be an important character for people to pull. And if years past summer characters are anything to go by, right? Or Raka was really good when she came out, then Nijiri replaced her. Nijiri was really good. Nijiri is still really good. So hopefully the trend will continue where Toga is very good as well. So this looks potentially very insane. And then the enhancement bonus effect, there it is. Oh my gosh, gives character the ability to land a bullseye while bloodthirsty as well. That's beautiful. So that means once you are enhanced, you don't have to worry about actually landing your hit because you're going to have bullseye. The only thing that can stop you from hitting an opponent at this point to get the cooldown time extension on the opponents would be a barrier. So you're going to have like permanent bullseye for this character after 3 turns. That's kind of insane. It looks really good. Like, reading through this kit, it's literally like a roller coaster. I was like, oh, that looks good. Okay, that scares me a little bit. And then at the very end, it's back uphill, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so good. So my overall arching opinion in the end, I think she's going to be good. I think she's going to be very good. I still have like I'm probably like a 85-15, like 85% she's going to be good. 15% of me thinks she could be a flop. And part of that is due to just the HP requirement for Bloodthirsty being 50%. I think at level 100, it might be a little bit more difficult to keep her above 50%, but at level 130, 53,000 HP, it should be fairly doable. 944 speed is actually pretty good speed as well. So I think she'll be a pretty decent character. But with that said, let's take a look at her Plus Ultra animation. This Plus Ultra animation is provided courtesy of Hydros Impact. If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, check him out. He's also the one who does all these data mines. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Always appreciate what you do. All right, let's take a look at this animation. Okay, it's good so far. I still like the character design, man. It's good. Is that... It was a twice ball, right? Is it actually twice? There's no way it's actually like a... Okay, yeah, it's just a ball with twice his face on it. Okay, there's an outro as well. Sipping the smoothie. Okay, we gotta watch that one more time. There was a little bit too much. I was too focused on the ball, honestly, to pay attention. Okay, up into the sun. Oh, I see she plays fair. Okay. That whole time, I actually completely missed her stabbing the guy. I was just literally focused on the ball. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted to know if it was twice his face on it in the animation as well, because we did see twice his face in the image. But okay, it's actually a pretty good animation. I like it, and they got the custom background and everything. I literally can't ask for anything more in a summer character. This is a really good summer character. Looks really good. The kit looks good. The memories look good. The SR memory is actually insane this time around for summoning. The only thing that's kind of not great is the event memory, but it's free. The free memories are never that great. So yeah, it looks really good. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments about the new character. Do you think she is going to be a must-pull character, or do you think you're going to be passing on her? I don't know. It's going to be... This is so tragic because everybody just pulled for Endeavor, right? So I know there's going to be people who are like, I have no hero gems. Case files are out. Trust is resetting at the beginning of the month, right? So take advantage of those things to get some cubes. You can easily get 500 cubes from Trust. So hopefully you guys can get the character. Let me know if you're going to actually be pulling for her or not down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.